Good evening and welcome to the Village Board meeting for the Village of Pleasantville. It's the last Village Board meeting of 2014. Today is Monday, December 22. If you're watching live on Monday, December 22, we encourage you to call in with comments and questions. Our call-in number is 769-1677. Our next regular meeting is scheduled for Monday, January 12 at 8 p.m. with a work session at 7. Had a couple of announcements to make. The first of which is that the Pleasantville Music Festival organizing group is up and running to try to put together an even greater 11th year for the music festival. They have a great new website at pleasantvillemusicfestival.com, and we encourage everybody to take a look. There's some great stuff up there, not only talking about the plans for the July 11 festival, but also some links to videos from past years and lots of pictures. If you have attended in the past, I encourage you to get to pleasantvillemusicfestival.com and see if you can find yourself in the pictures of the crowd. And if you've never been there before, it's a great opportunity to see what those folks are starting to plan for the July 11 Pleasantville Music Festival. So,
Peter, we also put a tab on our website
great.
For the music
Yeah.
festival, so if you go to the home page, there's a button you can push.
Great, at pleasantville-ny.gov.
Yeah.
So a bunch of private folk have put together a Kickstarter campaign that they are running, and you can read more about that on their website as well. So great stuff happening with the Pleasantville Music Festival. We encourage you to take a look. Also wanted to remind everybody that the farm market has now moved to its indoor location at the Pleasantville Middle School. That opens up every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. till 1, I think. I've got that right. Great stuff going on. Lots of the vendors who you're used to continue to be available in the middle school. And again, thanks again to the Pleasantville Union Free School District for their cooperation in making that all possible. Want to remind everybody to take a look at the Pleasantville Recycling Committee website, which is pleasantvillerecycles.org. That is a place where you can find out a lot of information about recycling all kinds of things, including some new information about new e-waste regulations that the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation have enacted as of January 1, which prohibits certain kinds of electronics from being thrown away in the trash. So you can get to that information both at our site, pleasantville-ny.gov, and also at pleasantvillerecycles.org. Same two locations can provide a link to the new 2015 Pleasantville Public Works Sanitation and Recycling Schedule. If that's something you'd like to print out and tack up, that is also available to you on both of those websites. Lastly, we're in the midst of the holiday shopping season. Lots of our downtown merchants have great stuff and are open late and extra hours, so we encourage everybody to shop local and to support the Pleasantville downtown. I recognize that the vibrancy of that downtown and the success of those merchants ultimately benefits all of us, not only with convenient services available to us, but also the success and viability of those businesses and the buildings in which they reside. So it's happening scene in downtown Pleasantville, and we encourage you to come down town for your holiday shopping. Anybody else have?
The first Pleasantville Strong Parent Information Meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 6th at 7 o'clock at the Mount Pleasant Library. There's going to be parent information meetings the first Tuesday of every month, at least till June, are scheduled at this point. So we invite anyone and everyone to come.
Is there a website for Pleasantville Strong?
It's a Facebook page,
Yeah.
Pleasantville Strong, so
Okay.
they can go to there for info. Actually, it's a great website. There's lots of people contributing to it, and you also can sign up to get some emails and information from there. So I would encourage you to do so. And I would also tell you that on the 6th, they're going to be going over the survey that was sent out to parents in the community. We're going to have representatives from the police department, representatives from the ambulance corps, and we invite you to bring your children along as well.
So I know lots of residents who have kids found their way over to the fire department a week and a few days ago to the annual fire department holiday party. They pulled the trucks out, and the fire department band, under the direction of Stan Greenberg, just put on a great concert with kids having a great time, and it's just an opportunity to be reminded of the many ways in which the Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department not only serves us in emergency situations, but is actually a great and foundational piece of the whole sort of culture of the community. So thanks again to the Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department and to the oldest continuously operating fire department band in New York State. Lastly, one last pitch in the year 2014 to remind you that we really want to be able to reach you in an emergency condition. We've signed up with a subscription service called Code Red that will allow us to reach you in various different ways in the event of an emergency, power outages, weather emergency, whatever it might be. It will help us and you enormously if you will go to the pleasantville-ny.gov website and click on the left column on Code Red and sign up for the ways in which we would reach you in an emergency. Text message, email, landline phone, cell phone. Our goal is 100% participation. Obviously, that will be hard to achieve, but don't leave yourself in the dark, literally and figuratively. Code Red will be the means by which we can reach you. Please sign up. Any comments from the public? Any call-ins? We will go to our resolutions. Okay, 184, Colleen.
Resolved that pre-check register dated December 22, 2014, covering pre-check numbers 79435 through 79546 have been reviewed, and they are hereby approved as listed below, coming from the General Fund, the Special Purpose Fund, the Water Fund, the Capital Fund, the Refuse Fund, the Pool Fund, and the Trust and Agency Fund, totaling $360,952.54.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or questions on the check register?
Yes. I have a quick question. Patty, the A1 Computer Services, essentially the consulting services, that was for the installation of the phone system?
Most of it was for the installation of VoIP, yes.
And that is done now?
Yes, it is.
So that's not an ongoing expense?
No.
We've upgraded that? All right, so now
No.
do these guys have is there a maintenance agreement with A1? Is there a follow-on? Is there a tail?
Not for that. What they needed to do is they needed to wire some of our facilities in order for us to install the new system. But the system is under contract with LightPath.
So if it breaks, who
It's
comes and
LightPath.
fixes it? Okay, all right, good. And then I had another quick question.
But we needed wiring, like we didn't have, for this little system down
Right,
here.
so that's what the supply line item is.
Right.
Okay.
We had to have the buildings wired.
And then I saw one line item in here, I don't remember exactly offhand where it is, but it was for salt. And is that just I thought we bought that all at once, or did we buy it as we go?
Which is that?
The salt. I saw a couple
It's a
$1,000.
state contract, they deliver what you,
Yeah, we have a requirement letter that goes out early in the year, and then they bring it as...
So that is
we
a one-use type of event, or is that now stockpiled?
Oh, we
it's
stockpile.
stockpile.
Yeah.
All right, just wanted
We
to know.
keep the shed full.
Yeah. The NIPA charge, I'm sorry, Steve. were you
No,
done?
that's good.
Okay.
I'm done.
The NIPA charge, does that include the new increase, or are we getting that next year? I forgot when that takes.
NIPA's January 1.
January 1. So this
For
is
certain.
without, the $17,800 is without.
Yeah,
The
this is our
28%
typical average monthly
All right.
consumption of electricity,
Thank
mostly
you.
streetlights, and, some of the buildings. But this is mostly
We got the batting cage in.
related to those expenses.
So one of the things I'd like to do next year, unrelated to that, but reminding it, is to actually start an annual comparison of our electrical use as well as our fuel use year to year, so we get a sense for where that stands and a better sense of what our opportunities are for conservation. I know
We
we've
track
put-
it now, we can do that.
Okay, so that'd be
Yeah.
great. Just run that report.
Since we put
You
the
mean the
panels on the
LEDs and-
DPW roof.
We're tracking the solar lights,
Right.
Yeah.
the
And
solar
the
power.
LED street lights and all of that. It's
Yeah.
just nice to be able to quantify that and
Sure.
also make decisions about capital investments on payback. So,
No problem.
any further questions on the check register? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. Mindy, 180.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees has reviewed the minutes of the meeting held on Monday, December 8th, 2014, and they are hereby approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or corrections on the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Steve?
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village administrator to sign the agreement with Westchester County Department of Mental Health to provide substance abuse services as per the terms set forth in the
Hold it.
agreement.
No, you're in the
skipped one.
minutes
Did I
there.
skip one? I did?
Hold
Yeah.
on. Yeah, we're at
Backing up,
186.
apologies, getting ahead of myself. Resolved
Yeah.
that the Board of Trustees hereby accepts a donation in the amount of $125 from the family of Eileen Bramswing toward the senior center programs. Sorry
Is there a
about that.
second?
Second, from
Thank
Ms.
you.
Bramswing.
Thank you very much.
Loveliest
Thank you.
lady.
We should correct that
Was-
spelling there.
was-
was an M.
B-R-A-M.
I said it right, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought so.
Judy.
Was a lovely lady.
A lovely lady with a family with
Yes.
Deep
broad
roots.
roots here in the village of Pleasantville. So much
I
appreciated.
finish?
All in favor?
Aye.
I can finish reading the one.
Colleen,
Resolved that the
187.
Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village administrator to sign the agreement with Westchester County Department of Mental Health to provide substances abuse services as per the terms set forth in agreement dated December 22, 2014.
Is there a second?
Second.
Patty, you want to describe?
Yeah, we've been partnering with the county on this IMA for over 20 years now. The county, through its Office of Community Mental Health, does provide employee assistance programs for us. Mostly they're referral-based, but they not only open up those services to employees, but also members of their families that may need crisis intervention or counseling or some other type of avenue to go to that's typically not covered through health insurance. So it's a nice opportunity, $45 per employee per year for us to subscribe to the services, and they're setting that rate for 5 years. So it's, I would recommend we renew with the
Very
county.
important.
I agree.
Very important.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. 188.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees, based upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Public Works, hereby approves the appointment of Virgil Borelli to the position of Motor Equipment Operator at a salary of $55,323 effective January 6, 2015. Said appointment is subject to a pre-employment physical.
Is there a second?
Second.
This is a new hire to replace an employee who resigned, and it's backed up by a memo to us from Jeff Econom reporting his review of the qualifications and references. Delighted to welcome Virgil to the village staff. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved.
189, right?
There you go.
Okay, resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the request from the Treasurer and the Deputy Treasurer to attend the Munis Conference in Atlanta, Georgia from May 3 to May 6, 2015 at a cost of $4,000.
Is there a second?
Second.
Munis is
Munis,
the
sorry.
accounting and
Oh, right.
financial package that the village uses to manage all of its financial affairs, and the proposal here, correct me if I'm wrong, is for Mary Schwartz and Noreen Regan, our treasurer and deputy treasurer, to attend this conference. Those two folks are the people who occupied those positions, have gone for some years running and found it extremely useful.
Yeah, and it's a lot less expensive in the long run than having Munis come here and
Come here.
train us.
That's for sure.
They have a new
Yeah.
release.
They're on that midnight train to Georgia
That's
this
right.
year.
I think they have a new release coming.
They do release a lot of
Yeah.
things.
I have
They
spent
upgrade as
some of my
well.
time on this board thinking that Munis was a hammer hitting a pin, but I am convinced, in part through the good work that Mary has led, that we are actually achieving a lot of benefit from it. So,
That is one of
This
those that
training
you'd
is
rather
very
have and
helpful.
not need than need and not have.
correct. I'm
want
happy to
that
vote
stuff.
yes. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. 190. Colleen.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the following budget amendments to increase revenue expense for music festival expenditures by transferring funds from the music festival special project account, moving $5,241,000 from transfer in to music festival expenses. The next is to increase state aid, other transportation revenue, and transfer to capital for the state aid winter recovery funds, transferring $10,988 out of state aid, other transportation into transfer to capital. The next is to increase capital transfer in a street resurfacing project for the state aid winter recover funds, transferring $10,987.05 from interfund to street resurfacing, $86,035.81 from state aid chips to street resurfacing, and $16,083 from contingency to village hall repairs and maintenance.
Is there a second?
Second.
Patty, that last item, the $16,083 is the roof repair?
The 16,083 is a lot of different things. I actually took an itemization of it. The latest of which was the front door, which set us back almost $3,000 just to repair that glass door.
That's smashed.
No,
Oh, that's-
the one on Wheeler, we had to do a whole new assembly.
Oh, yeah.
With panic bars, and because of the It was very expensive. Let's see if I can pull that down.
Well, that's okay. This includes
Yeah.
the roof. Right, that,
It's a lot of things.
right, that
What
emergency
is
roof
the
repair.
roof is in it?
I'm going to take a look for you right now. Here it is. No, yeah, I have it. I asked them to do a budget run for me because it was crazy. PE controls, problems with the heat, the boiler systems, repaired third floor heating systems. Mackenzie Electrical, we had some generator issues, emergency lights. When he dropped the, so this goes on for the rest, since June, we've had
Uh-huh.
some charges, but when we ran the generator downstairs.
Right, when we
Um,
changed the wiring so that it covered
yeah,
more of the
yeah.
building.
look at
So
the
this is
big-
like a catch-up.
The big hits here.
So the roof's not in this number.
Doesn't say.
No, these are just basic maintenance.
Did we
Have we done that roof project?
do the roof? Yeah.
Bathroom toilets leaking, door controls, repair sliding doors.
The house is winning.
Yeah,
Uh,
it happens.
So
on
has the
occasion.
roof project happened, that repair?
You've moved. Oh, no, it has not.
Can't do it in the winter.
They did not provide the proper insurance. I have to go back and get their insurance
Okay.
certificates.
Otherwise, do we have to rebid, or are we?
No,
that,
I
That
think
didn't
the
go out
price
to
is
bid.
fine.
It was, okay.
Yeah, the price
The
is
lower
fine.
one.
It's under the bid limits.
Right.
And, it's certainly a competent company, but they hadn't provided the insurance that I needed.
And the CHIPS money is the total for the year, our aid?
Yes,
Or-
the chips, the state,
down?
the state gave everybody a little bit of a boost for last winter.
Oh, all right.
So
I
that's
thought it
what
was
that extra
down.
money
Okay.
is. No,
This is
we're-
It's up?
Extra.
Okay.
Yeah, we're okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. 191, which is an additional resolution not on the original agenda.
Do you want to read this, Colleen?
No.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby accepts a donation from the Griffin Foundation in the amount of $3,000 towards VIP recreation programs.
Is there a second?
Second.
A generous contribution. Thank you, Griffin Foundation. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Motion approved.
One abstention.
We have an executive session that was not on our original agenda to address a couple of matters of real estate. So can I have a motion to go into executive session on matters of real estate?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. I want to wish everybody a happy, healthy holiday season, a great new year 2015. I hope all of us, including the village government, hit the ground running.
We will.
Appreciate all of your interest over the course of the year and the interest you will contribute to the village in the coming year. And thank you, Patty, for leading the village.
No, it's been a very good year.
staff.
Thank you all.
Thank
too,
you.
For your energy and your efforts
So,
and your confidence
All
mostly.
right.
Merry Christmas, Happy New
Thank you.
Year, all that stuff.
thank you, community.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Good night. See you in January.